And I even hear tell about some guys on the internet who are working on some kind of podcast contraption. It'll never work.
Yeah, Mickey Mutineers! Welcome to Swab, Scalawags, and Sons of Bitches, Wibbly Wobbly, officially of wildly fucking shit.
Did I hear fish and wildlife in there?
Maybe. And this week, we finally talk about the WandaVision finale. And then Jake talks about his trip.
Thank you.
And then there's gonna be some banter.
Hold on, where did Jake trip?
Over there.
Oh. I like how you guys both pointed to the same spot on my screen.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you all about it.
I hope it didn't hurt.
It kind of did.
Really?
I am sore. So, hey, Josh, you did pretty good with the lack of notes. In fact, you might have even been better without notes, which I feel like puts the blame on me for writing the notes.
Huh. Except the lack of notes is... I started thinking about the notes, and that's where I screwed up the intro.
Oh. I feel like no matter what, it's still on me, because then I didn't send you notes.
Yeah, this is all your fault. Our show sucks because of you.
Now, hold on. Our show sucks because of all of us. This is a group effort.
Alright, fair enough.
I refuse to take all the credit. We share this. We're a team, guys. We're in last place, but we're a team. Speaking of last place, guys, before we get into everything else, I'm tired. Let me tell you why. Flying
it sounds
back...
like an infomercial.
Is this you? Are you tired? Can you not sleep the right way?
Has this happened to you?
Does time seem to be getting shorter and shorter? Yes, you know why? Because I woke up Saturday morning in Florida. Now, this isn't part of my trip report. This is part of the banter. But anyway, so I woke up Saturday morning in Florida, flew backwards in time zones to Utah, so I lost that time. After being stranded in Denver for 6 hours because snow is there, and then come to find out there's a lot of snow. So anyway, we got back late on Saturday, and Sunday was daylight savings time.
Ooh.
Normally, I could have slept in, but no, I had to work first thing in the morning. So I lost the hours from Florida to Utah. I lost that extra hour. Then I lost the hour of not being able to sleep in because I had to go to work. And now I did it again today. So I just have not caught up. So I'm tired and delirious. So bear with me. This might be rough. And I want to punch whoever came up with daylight savings time. I know it's a running gag every year that we all hate it. No, it's not even a gag. It's a straight up truth. Do I have to go back in time and punch Ben Franklin? I'll do it. I'll punch a Franklin.
Is he the guy that came up with it? I mean, he probably stole your woman at some point.
I mean, even if he didn't come up with it, I feel like he probably deserves to be punched.
For hitting on your chick?
No, for, owning people.
Yeah, that and like the debauchery and everything.
There's
that. So group effort. We're all gonna go back in time and just beat the shit out of Ben Franklin for whatever reason we want, whether it's true or not. I don't even care. Let's do this.
Because he invented lightning.
Yeah, yeah. He invented lightning. He came up, and now when I say he came up with the idea of daylight savings time, like my source of that information is the film National Treasure. So I'm assuming that entire movie is historically accurate.
It's George Hudson in 1895.
Can we go punch him too?
Might as well.
Yes. We're gonna be punching people in time, punching people through time. We're gonna punch them right in the dick. And Ben Franklin. Actually, no. Franklin might like that. Guys, have you heard the stuff he was into? It's wild.
Yeah, he was a weird cat.
He was in France getting support for the revolution, apparently, and they had to keep sending people to check on him because he was just having orgies.
I want to have people check on me in a foreign country because of my extreme debauchery.
and then have your face put on the $100 bill, despite you not being a president.
Right. And I feel like it's only accurate that, people roll up those hundos and snort coke through them in tribute to Franklin.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's for, right?
Yeah.
I don't like coke. It smells good, though.
I don't believe I've ever had a $100 bill.
Laugh at that, Jordan. It's dumb.
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing.
Wait, are you laughing at Josh or with Josh?
Column A, column B.
So that's my annual daylight savings time rant. I still haven't caught up. I don't think I'm going to catch up until November.
Yeah, well, you'll be back on track then.
Right. So just have to wait till. You know what the worst part is, though? And I've said this before. I said it today on Twitter. Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time, and it's like 3 miles that way. It's just right there.
Wait a minute. So when you go south to Arizona, what time zone? Or I mean, what are they on Eastern time?
No, they're just on Mountain Standard Time instead of daylight time.
Wait. So they just stay. That's fucking weird, man.
Yeah. So if I go south, if I just go straight south, I'll be an hour behind. That's where my hour is that I'm missing. It's in Arizona.
Wait, did you have a connecting flight there?
No, that was in Denver. But I think it.
Well, how the hell did it get to? How the hell did it get to Arizona?
I don't.
The weather's just that bad in the West right now.
It's like, did they misplace your luggage? And...
They misplaced my luggage. My hour hopped out. It's currently sitting with Tyson,
okay,
the Canadian.
Hold on. I need a backup. So Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time, but yet they're more than okay with designating themselves as Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. What's the fucking point then? Like, if time is fucking relative to Arizona, then they can call themselves fucking. They can be any time they fucking want.
Arizona Standard Time would be accurate, but
it would. But like, what I mean, I feel like it's a weird flex to be like, no, we're not doing daylight savings time, but we're still gonna be this time zone.
Can I just be my own time zone, just wherever I go, no matter what? It's just Josh Standard Time.
I mean, I feel like you have to vote on that.
All right.
Oh.
All in favor for Josh time zone?
Nay.
Nay.
I was only asking the Joshes in the room.
I said what I said.
I feel like the overall lesson to be learned here is time is an illusion. And it's an illusion that's really screwing with my life right now.
And lunchtime, doubly so.
You're not wrong.
So this week,
2 hours ago,
Jordan and I got shot this week.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, say it again. I don't think Jake really heard you.
Oh, Jordan and I got shot this week.
Yeah, I heard you.
Oh.
But, I'm sorry, what?
Jesus. Jordan and I
had shots this week.
Got shot. Oh, wait.
But not the drinky kind of shots. I mean, I had those.
That's where I'm getting confused, because when Josh talks about shots, he's usually not talking about the bang bang bullet kind. He's talking about the kind. That's gonna sound awesome on audio podcast.
No. I went and did something responsible this week.
So did I.
Got shot.
I did a few things responsible, like,
got shot at Publix too.
Yeah.
So, you guys got your first COVID shots?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want one.
Yeah, like, my arm hurt for pretty good for like 2 days, but like the second day, I was just like super fucking fatigued, but it wasn't like tired all day. I just couldn't wake up, and when I finally got up and got moving, I was just fine.
Oh, weird.
See, you went the day after me. I
went same day that evening. Though.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I got the shot in the morning, and Josh and I ended up both getting the Moderna, which is not the one that I initially wanted, but also beggars can't be choosers. I was gonna take whatever they gave me. Just Moderna has been the one out of the three. Moderna has been the one that I've been reading that has the most side effects for the second dose. So I'm fully preparing myself to be out of commission for 48 hours with a fever and aches and pains. So I got the shot in the morning, and then I kind of went about my business. I ran some errands, and then whenever I was at the one thing that I'm like really scared of, like I don't care if I get aches or chills or fever or anything. The only thing I don't want is to feel nauseous, just because I hate that feeling. So whenever I left the store, because we had to hang around for 15 minutes after the shot just to make sure there wasn't like an immediate allergic reaction. I went down the medicine aisle and I grabbed a bottle of Dramamine and a big, like, oh my god, fucking 2-gallon thing of Pepto-Bismol just in case. And but later that night, I was feeling kind of tired, but I couldn't figure out if it was because of the shot or, just life.
Yeah.
Honestly, the whole time you've been saying this, I've been thinking, like, this just sounds normal.
Yeah. And the next day, I kind of had a little bit of a hard time waking up. I did hit the snooze button, but I went to work, and my arm was definitely sore, probably until about Thursday night. But aside from that, like, I didn't have any real out of the ordinary symptoms.
Like besides the tentacles?
Oh yeah, well I had those, and then I had the urge to do a communism.
Just one?
Yeah.
So you had minor side effects.
Yeah. Well, Vanessa got hers Monday, and then by Wednesday she was wanting to buy an Xbox.
What?
Yeah, that Microsoft chip.
Oh. How silly of me! I forgot about the Microsoft chip.
I mean, that's part of what the chip does. It makes you forget about the chip.
What chip?
Yeah. What? Oh wait, I don't have it. So instead of getting my shot, I went to Florida. Which seems like a step backwards. But the good news is, according to Josh, I guess everyone in Utah can start getting it in a few weeks.
Yeah, from what I read on the interwebs, April 1st, it's open to everybody.
Yes. You know, that's a terrible day to announce anything for anything.
Yeah, no shit.
Because I know we're not really doing news this week, but in Disneyland news, they're opening to locals on April 1st, and I still don't believe it. It's like, why is all this stuff happening on April 1st?
Well, they said, I don't know if you had seen, you were busy at Disney World, so you wouldn't have read this. Chapek had come out and said, is it Chapek or Chapek?
Chapek.
Chapek came out and said that ideally, or the idea was April 1st, but because they have to recall so many furloughed workers, I think they're bringing back like 10,000 people.
Uh-huh.
And because of that, it's going to take a couple of extra weeks to get them trained on procedure.
Oh, yeah.
So it's probably going to be mid to late April is what I had heard.
Oh. So, but like theme parks in California.
But Six Flags will just open up and it's just going to be mayhem.
So normal.
Yeah.
Those bring people off the streets like, you, stand here, push this button. Okay. Don't stab that guy. Oh.
No, you can't smoke crack.
In front of the guests.
Yeah. Do that behind the bushes over there.
Right. So, yeah, I'm jealous of you guys getting your shot, but I'm very happy for you. Like, and like that was another thing kind of weighing on my mind. Every now and then this week, like I would peek at my phone at a few things, and I realized it was the 1 year anniversary of everything going to shit.
Yeah.
So like here we are, and I feel like we're all feeling it.
Yeah.
It's been a hell of a decade this year.
What was the joke that I said? No, it wasn't even a joke. It was just a meme I reshared on Facebook last week that said, a year ago this week, it was our last normal week and nobody fucking knew it.
Yeah. Man, yesterday on social media, people were posting pictures of the last night at Disneyland, and they knew they were closing. Like, it was a video of the closing ceremony at the train station, and everyone was yelling, they're like, "See you in 2 weeks! Yeah, woo!" And then I feel like it should have just led into "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
Yeah, because I even reshared this the memory on my Facebook page where I shared the article that my comment was, "Holy hell, Disney World is closed. Disneyland and Disney World are closing for 2 weeks." And then here we are.
Yeah. And I remember this, like, it sparked a memory in my mind of, I said this on the podcast last year, that when this happened and they said they were going to reopen in 2 weeks or whatever, or they said they were closing for 2 weeks, I remember saying the words, "Okay, and then what?" And here we are, and I still don't know. Man. Like, I'm laughing to ease the pain, guys. Because, man. And that's when we start our long string of disaster hours.
Yeah.
Which,
it's a good thing you don't drink often.
I got water. Hydration is very important. So along that note, hey guys, let's talk some Disney.
Alright. If we must.
And before we talk some Disney, let's just get right into my trip report. So, I'm not going to touch on every detail, but a lot of observations and funny things that happened and things I noticed and other funny things that happened. So,
I've got a question, and maybe you're about to answer this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Okay.
How was the whole process of your flight during the age of COVID?
Okay, so let me tell you. I would say it was almost no different for me.
Really?
Because, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only difference was we had to wear a mask the whole time.
Right, but did you feel safe? Like, were the airports doing their due diligence to make you feel safe in the era of COVID, or were people just stacked on top of each other like an everyday occurrence at the airport?
A little bit of both. So, like, every flight I took was booked full.
Okay.
So that,
and booked full meaning every seat was taken, or every seat that was available was taken. So you were sitting next to a stranger.
Yeah, and in front of and behind of strangers. Just strangers all around.
Okay.
But I mean,
wait, didn't you take your kids?
Yeah, so I had my two kids.
So they weren't not selling. They didn't leave the middle seat empty.
No. No, every seat was full. So.
And who did you fly?
United.
That sounds like a fucking terrible idea.
So flying to Mississippi and Arkansas with Delta a few weeks ago, like it was like basically 1 or 2 people per row, and they were skipping rows too.
What?
So.
We should have done Delta. No, we were packed full every single. So I had 4 flights from here to Denver, and then Denver to Orlando on our way there, and then just the same thing on the way back. Every flight was full. It was wild. And I hadn't really thought much of it, except for the masks, until Jordan just asked that. I didn't know airlines were skipping seats and doing things like that. Because apparently United's not. So, but like in the airport, people, I didn't see any people fighting the mask thing. I don't know if like the fact that it's now federal law helped it or not. But even on the plane, everyone had their masks on. It was fine except for the overcrowding of the planes. So that part, hopefully I don't come down with anything in the next 2 or 3 days. As long as I can make it through this week, I'm good. But Disney World in the era of COVID, this is gonna sound weird, but there is the safest I've felt for the entire year. Like, they had their shit down, and I felt safer there than like my local grocery store. Because
Disney?
Wait, what, Jordan?
At Disney?
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right.
So I'll get into that. Josh, what were you about to say?
I mean, the chances of getting stabbed at Harmon's is pretty high.
Harmon's is the nice grocery store.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So, all right. So we flew in on Saturday. We got to Orlando like at 11:30 at night, but I was planning on that. And we stayed at that Hyatt Regency in the Orlando airport. And that's a nice hotel. I like that hotel. I've never stayed there before, but it was really handy getting there at night, just grabbing our bags, being like, well, let's go check in, and just walking across the hall. That was neat. And so Sunday, we woke up, rented our car, went to Gatorland. So I'm going to start this trip report off with Gatorland. Guys,
Was it just a collection of tall boots?
I mean, technically yes, but they were still raw and wriggling. Gatorland is not just a clever name. It might be the most accurate name I've ever seen. Have either of you ever been to Gatorland?
No.
I've driven past it a few times. I've been to a Gator Park though. It was in out in the Everglades in the Miami area.
I take back my original answer. Yes, I have, because I'm from Louisiana.
Oh, that is just Gatorland.
Yeah, Louisiana is literally French for Gatorland.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've learned something here today. But no, they just had gators. Like, some of them were stacked, like turtles.
Like, just on top of each
Yeah.
other?
Just gators all the way down.
Gators all the way down. Anyway, so that's pretty much Gatorland was neat. We only spent like 3 hours there, and we saw everything. It's just a shit ton of gators. They had some crocodiles too, and some emus for some reason. I don't know if that was like the food.
It's to feed the larger gators.
That's all I could think of. But it wasn't very crowded, and they were really good about masks. Masks were required there, and I hadn't seen anyone fighting it. The only thing there is, though, I tried gator nuggets.
See,
it's good.
I really like gator nuggets.
They were pretty good. Like, what I really liked about it was the dipping sauce and the breading. If I could get that on a chicken, oh, it might be the greatest thing I've ever tasted. But like, gator didn't taste bad. I'd eat it again. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a little rubbery, but the flavors.
It tasted like chewy chicken with like a little bit of a fish stick.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
It was fine. I liked it. So left Gatorland, got the text from Pop Century that said that our room was ready. So ran to Publix, got some snacks. By the way, Josh,
did you go to the Publix? You went to that one?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, I like that Publix.
So,
there used to be a store around the corner called Lucky Supermarket. They're a West Coast store, but they had quite a few through Florida, and their shopping carts were cool. They had a cup holder, and then they had a bar. You could go get a beer and go shopping.
You know?
Anyways.
A
little bit of tangent there, but...
So, got snacks, headed to our room at Pop Century. The online check-in is fantastic. Never went to the front desk. They just text you your room number, and you walk right to your room and get in. I loved it. But then, so we had dinner reservations at the Edison that night at 5 o'clock at Disney Springs.
Mm-hmm.
But we had like 3 hours to kill, so we were just like, you know what, screw it, let's just go ride the Skyliner to Epcot and back. So that was our first Skyliner trip, because the kids were like, we want to go on rides.
Wasn't it awesome?
It was so cool. I love the Skyliner.
I want to get the T-shirt. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I almost bought it. I should have.
I want to get it. I think I'm gonna order it.
Like, it was so relaxing, and it was so cool. I loved the Skyliner. So that was our first experience on it. And so it was like the middle of the day, so there's no people on it. We just walked right on at every station, went all the way to the International Gateway, hopped off, got right back on, came back to Pop Century, and then drove to Disney Springs. I went to the fancy churro cart there. I forgot what it's called, like Sunshine Churros or something.
Yep, been there.
Oh, man! I had a Fruity Pebbles churro, you guys. Let me say that one more time.
A Fruity Pebble churro.
Yeah, but it wasn't like covered in Fruity Pebbles. It was just like very finely crushed Fruity Pebbles, like just the dust.
Oh, nice. Really?
So I wasn't getting like extra crunch on my churro. It was just like still the cinnamony churro, but instead of cinnamon, it was Fruity Pebble dust. This is one of the greatest churros I've ever had. And it was like this big. It was huge. Nice. I loved it. So, and then
there's a cookie dough food truck down the little food truck court. I would not recommend it. It's just too much cookie dough.
I didn't even make it to the food truck court. I was gonna dabble and see if I dared go into Gideon's Bakery, but there was a line. I was like, nope.
I've been seeing people still having virtual queues of 90 minutes.
Holy shit! It's just a cookie.
And like within that 90 minutes, you can get in your car, go to the other Gideon's Bakery in downtown Orlando or wherever it is, and then get one. And then drive back and eat it while you watch people wait in line.
Could you buy a bunch and then bring it back and just sell it to the people in line?
Oh, just fucking Scalpin cookies?
Yeah!
Oh, shit. Yeah?
Scalpin cookies. That's now the episode title. Anyway. So I went to the Edison. The Edison was good.
I like the Edison a lot. Whenever we went, we didn't make it the last trip, but when we went in 2018, it was pretty damn awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, like I just got the barbecue bacon cheeseburger because I really like barbecue bacon cheeseburgers. But
what did I get? I can't remember. I think I got the pork sandwich there, and it was really good. The pulled pork sandwich.
Oh yeah. Oh. I saw that on the menu. I almost got that because I do love a good pulled pork. And then, so that was our first day. We ate dinner, went back. I feel like the entire week, I'll just throw this out now, I'm pretty sure my kids only lived off of cheeseburgers and macaroni and cheese.
Isn't that what all kids live off of?
Yeah, it wasn't really that different from their normal lives anyway, so it was fine. So, our first day... we went to Magic Kingdom, and my kids were really big troopers about getting up early and trying to get there before the park opened. However, when you're driving from Pop Century to get on World Drive to head to the Magic Kingdom, there's actually 2 right turns in a row. And when you're trying to follow Google Maps and you're not paying attention, you might take the first right turn, which leads directly to the Hollywood Studios parking plaza. And I found that out the hard way. So my first day there, I was like, we're going to get there before the park opens. Wrong turn. Stuck in line at Hollywood Studios parking plaza.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. That new exit.
Yeah, yeah, it just goes right
Yeah.
into it, and there's no whoopsie lane. But so I just sit there and wait in line, and I get up and I was like, "Hey, I took a wrong turn. I don't want to be here. I want to be in the Magic Kingdom." And so I'm clearly not the only one because the lady's like, "Oh yeah, here that happens all the time." And she grabs this pink piece of paper, slides it under my windshield wiper, tells me how to get out. I'm like, "Thank you." And
And
so
then you reached up, grabbed that pink piece of paper, threw it in your garbage in the car, and went and parked for free, right?
I mean, I was a resort guest. I parked for free anyway.
Oh, okay, fine.
But anyway, so I'm only telling this story because the rest of the week, my 6-year-old Gavin would not let me forget that, and he just kept giving me shit all week. And
Really?
oh yeah, so every time we had to drive anywhere, either to a park or whatever, he's just like, "Hey, Dad, make sure you don't take that turn." and then on Thursday was our Hollywood Studios day, and he's just like, "Well, at least you already know the way there."
Has he been hanging out with Dad too much?
I don't know. I mean, he's my
Really
kid.
It really sounds like Dad, though.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like me. Yeah, I mean, aren't we all just the same
Okay.
person?
Good.
So yeah, that's how my week started. Just getting shit from a 6-year-old.
Did you ask him if he likes living?
No, I just wanted to get to the Magic Kingdom. That's all I wanted. Anyway, we made it there like 20 minutes after the park opened, so it was fine. No, yeah, it was fine. We made it. Got inside, and man, okay, the things they're doing for COVID are pretty damn great still. So like, obviously, there's no character meet and greets,
Mm-hmm.
but
That's
they'll
fine.
have the characters up high, like at the train station or something. And so you can still like take selfies with them behind you or like wave to them and stuff. I mean, like they're doing what they can. And even though there's no parades, they had miniature parades where just like one float would go through, and
Huh.
just randomly through the day. Like we were just walking, and all of a sudden the Tinkerbell float went through with Tinkerbell on top. And I was like, "Oh, hey, look at
It escaped.
that!" I do believe in fairies. I do. I started clapping my hands. Anyway, so we had a typical day at Magic Kingdom, and I got to ride the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train for the first time ever.
Ooh, how'd you like it?
That was fun.
It
I
was
gotta
fun,
say
wasn't
that one is still that one's like a smooth roller coaster, but it's no longer the smoothest roller coaster I've ever been on.
What's the smoothest?
Slink Dog.
Oh, put a pin in that. I think
Mm.
Seven Dwarfs is smoother.
Really?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I might have to give it to not by much though. Not by much.
I rode both of them
Man.
multiple times, but no,
The Slink Dog one's just like floating on a cloud.
but Seven Dwarfs is quiet.
Yeah.
Like
it is.
there's the part in line where it's like right by that turn,
Mhm.
and I never heard it coming. And all of a sudden, it's just like, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, you just hear the whoosh as it goes by.
yeah. This is probably the quietest roller coaster I've ever heard. So speaking of the lines,
Never heard.
ever heard? Never heard? I don't know. What did I just say? Anyway, speaking of lines, so there's 6 foot spacing in the lines. Like they have lines in every single queue. So
Nice.
so the
I
lines.
don't have to deal with kids stepping on my toes.
Yeah. So like the lines were hellishly long. And
But it takes 5 minutes.
yeah, no, exactly. So the first ride we went to was the Haunted Mansion, and the line was, all the way through the Haunted Mansion queue, out past the
Liberty Bell.
yeah, past that dock entrance, and like it went down onto that second layer right by the river.
Okay.
10-minute wait.
Nice.
Like, and the wait was, just walking that whole distance. Like the line never stopped.
So, but you just walk right through the stretching room, right?
Yeah, so that was a problem.
Well, that sucks for sure. But that, I feel, is something that creates the long line, anyways.
Right. I mean, that's the only place where it stops.
Yeah.
But there was something I never realized that the stretching room accomplished that really kind of affected my Haunted Mansion experience. You're standing in that stretching room for that whole time, and that's getting your eyes adjusted to the dark. And so I never realized just walking straight from outside in the Florida sun right pretty much under your doom buggy, I could barely see the first half of the ride.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
I was just like, holy crap, it is dark in here. And I was like, wait, no. Because, like, then the second half, I could see.
Well, then you should wait in line with one eye closed.
I really should have. Just pull the old pirate,
And then close the other through the, yeah.
pull the old eye patch trick. Yeah, I wish I would have. I was like, it's just a purpose I never thought of the stretching room having. And then
Huh.
my favorite restaurant in the Magic Kingdom, don't give me shit for this, but it's true, is the Harbor House. I love Harbor House. And it was,
I've never been. I've never eaten
I
there.
mean, it's just shitty chicken and fish. But,
Oh,
And
right.
clam chowder.
yeah,
Not in bread bowls, though.
no. But it has that cool seating area right above the pathway that separates Liberty Square from Magic Kingdom, and you can sit right by the window and look out both ways. It's great. But it was closed. I was like, oh man, I wonder why it was closed. Then I found out why it was closed. It was the entire queue for Peter Pan. Like,
Oh.
the queue went through the restaurant and everything. They just had the tables separating the queue lines. I was like, oh well, there you go. And then through the whole Peter Pan queue, and so like it's Disney doing what they can with what they have, and I think
Wait,
they did a really good
eh,
job.
Disney World's the Peter Pan queue that they redid, right?
Yeah.
Where the restrooms used to be?
Yeah, so and it went through that. I'd never seen that before. I was like, well, this is cool. It goes through like the Darling Nursery.
Yeah, tell the kids, hey, this used to be the men's room.
I forgot that it was the bathrooms. I should have, because yeah, that's why they moved the bathrooms over to the Rapunzel Tower, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was our first day. That was cool. What did we do on Tuesday? Oh, so Tuesday we went to Epcot, and it hurts me to say. Okay, this is gonna require explanation. Epcot is my favorite park, but on this trip, because of the condition that Epcot is in, it was probably my least favorite. But
All the
oh my
construction.
gosh, yes. Like it rivaled the California Adventure construction. I still had a lot of fun at Epcot. It was fantastic, but I didn't realize how much construction was going on. Like,
Yeah, I mean, the last time I was there was a lot going on, and that was when shit was just like first announced.
yeah, I mean now there's buildings
It was
missing.
yeah, whenever we were there a year ago, I think it's actually even been cleaned up a bit since then because hey Stella, move. Sorry guys, the podcat wanted to get up in the episode.
Heyo.
We had to enter on the right side of Spaceship Earth, and the entire left side was blocked off.
Yeah. Yeah, how is it with the monoliths gone?
Oh, so well, we took the Skyliner to Epcot, so we went through International Gateway. But when we got in line for Spaceship Earth, I hurried up and ran out front just to look, and it was nice out there. I only saw it for like 10 seconds. I was like, oh, this looks cool. So the Epcot's entrance is fantastic. I love it. But then we go to Spaceship Earth. But yeah. So right now you can get all the way to the entrance of Spaceship Earth, but that's where the walls start. You can either go right, and it just goes over to the seas, and then through that stretch, like the seas and the land and imagination, or you can go left, and then go around the other construction walls that are around the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, and the one is so pretty much left just takes you straight to Test Track or Mission Space. Mission Space, that's the one. And there's no going in the middle of the park at all. And so, since this was like a kid vacation with the kids, we spent almost no time in World Showcase the entire time, except for the two rides.
Oh man.
So I did miss it.
Oh.
Like we did watch from.
Man, so did you go get that freaking brisket sandwich?
Yeah, I got nothing. I didn't go to any food booths. But the only time we were in World Showcase, so we entered an International Gateway, and we walked like the long way around to Test Track. So past America and Italy and everything. And then halfway there, Test Track broke down, so we rode the Grand Fiesta Tour instead, and I was super happy about
Oh,
it.
Test Track broke down.
Yeah, weird, huh?
Yeah,
We,
didn't
we
think that would happen.
we rode it eventually, and then we had lunch at the Coral Reef. And Jordan, I'm with you. Carpet in the restaurant. That's weird.
Yeah, yeah. I love the restaurant, but man, just carpet in a restaurant is just like
Hmm.
it kind of takes me out. It seems like it's very date like carpet in a restaurant is a very 1980s thing to do.
Yeah.
And I understand that restaurant probably opened pretty early
And,
on in the park's
and
existence.
and it hasn't had a refurb or anything.
And yeah, and the one time we went, we lucked out and we got a table right next to the tank, and it
Oh,
was
nice.
amazing. Yeah, it was for Chelsea's birthday in 2017 when we went, and yeah, it was cool, but just fucking carpet, man, just so fucking weird.
The only thing I can think of, like, do you think, because, I mean, one of the walls in the restaurant is a huge glass wall, do you think, like, the carpet service is, like, sound dampening at all?
I maybe who knows. I feel like anytime I walk into a restaurant with carpet, I'm gonna see two other things, and that is fake plants and fake brass furniture.
And those fake vacuum things, the carpet rollers, the
Yeah, 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 yeah,
sweepers,
yeah, yeah,
those farces.
Oh God, those things suck.
I don't know if they do. I think they just spread.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, those things were shit.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
So also at Epcot, I rode Frozen for the first time ever.
What'd you think?
And
I loved it, guys.
It was fun.
That ride's amazing, and the
but
queue for it.
would you ride it again?
Oh, absolutely. If it
I
wasn't
think the queue's better than the ride.
the well, I mean, the queue is an upgrade to the previous queue that sat there, which was hospital beige walls. You know I'm right.
And an awesome mural.
A mural.
An awesome mural.
A mural. No, Frozen Ever After, whatever. That was fantastic. I would ride that so many times. I loved it. I loved it so much. It was great. And then my kids loved living with the land. I was just like, yes, you are my children. Because that ride is awesome. Took my favorite picture of the entire vacation on that ride. Just that little sign that said bean.
just, just the one.
Yeah, not anything specific, just bean. But there was two of them. Like that happened early in the ride, and I was like, man, I wish I got a picture of that. Then there's another one coming up. I was like, another bean. And that's when I got my camera out and took a picture of that one. It was cool. It was awesome. Here's the kick in the junk about the Skyliner. Uh, I was not prepared for the end of day crowds at the Skyliner because we stayed till the park closed.
Mm-hmm.
And so we walk out of International Gateway, and there's a line for the Skyliner. I was like, all right, I kind of expected this. So we're walking to find the end of the line, and we're walking, and we're walking. Guys, we were almost to the Swan and Dolphin.
No
That
shit.
line was
Jesus.
so freaking long. And
You know what? So at that point, man, hop out in front of Beach Club or Boardwalk and just get a lift. It'll be $5.
I didn't even think
Yeah.
of that. Son of a
And
bitch.
so so our last trip, we were at the Abracadabra
Uh-huh.
and we stayed pretty late, and we had to be up really early the next day for Rise of the Resistance,
Uh-huh.
and I was trying to avoid calling a Lyft because I'm like, I don't want to spend $20 just to get from this hotel to 5 minutes down the road. And so I ended up having a friend drive us back to our hotel. It took us like 15 minutes to get back to the hotel. But the next morning, or maybe 2 mornings later, I was like, shit, we're running late and we are not going to make our breakfast reservations at the Poly.
Uh-huh.
So I broke down and I'm like, screw it. It's going on the credit card. I guess I'll just call a Lyft. It was like $6. It's like shit. I would have totally paid $6 2 nights ago.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that because we waited for a good hour on that one, and I realized like starting at the Pop Century, that's the end of the line. You're only doing Pop Century and Art of Animation. That line wasn't so bad, but then going back, I mean, you're funneling into four total resorts because you got the Caribbean Beach and then the new one. What's the new one? The Riviera. And then the Pop Century and Art of Animation. I was like, that's why it's so long. But at the second station, there was no line at all. Like nobody was going Pop Century. Walked right on that one. But so that, needless to say, that was the last time we rode the Skyliner for this trip. I do still love the Skyliner, though. Now I know to plan ahead on that one. And so Wednesday, Animal Kingdom Day, got there way before the park opened, and waited about 30 or 40 minutes for Flight of Passage, which is also my first time in Pandora, first time on Flight of Passage. Up to this point, Pandora became my favorite land, and Flight of Passage became my favorite ride. That blew my mind.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty damn good ride.
Like, I had no idea. I know it was just Soarin' Extreme, but I was just not. I got a little emotional on it. Like, that is intense. I was like leaning into my Ecron and everything, feeling it breathe when you're sitting on it.
Yeah.
So cool. Such an awesome effect. That wasn't needed at all. Like, had they not put that effect in, nobody would have been like, oh, I wish you could have felt it breathe. But no, they did that. And it was awesome. And so later on in the day, it had like a 50-minute wait. And we waited again and went on it again. It was amazing. And then got on the Navi River boat ride. Loved it.
I like the boat ride.
Yeah.
I haven't been on it since the first time I've been on it, but I liked it. Chelsea didn't care for it that much though.
It was just relaxing. Like we rode the boat ride later in the day, and I felt like it was a perfect time where we just kind of needed that. And it's nighttime in there, and nothing happens, and you're just going around, looking around, going, "Oh, this is cool. I liked it." So that's my Animal Kingdom day. We rode all the rides, so that was neat. All the rides that were open. Cali River Rapids was closed, and so it was Tough to Be a Bug. Unfortunately, all the rides includes Triceratops Spin. So I had to ride that. Shut up, Josh. No.
No, my kids have to ride fucking that and fucking Dumbo all the time.
Oh, you ready for this? So Triceratops Spin was the first spinner that we rode.
Right.
And then my kids didn't feel like riding any others. They're like, this is their words. They're like, they're all the same. We already rode one. I was just like, what?
Did you tell them that the right Dumbo is better?
No, I didn't. No. I didn't want to convince them of anything because, like, if they think Triceratops Spin is just as good as Dumbo, that's fine with me. What?
Did you guys ride the Barnstormer?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Huh.
It was terrible.
You didn't get drugged through the bushes or anything?
No, not this time. They didn't have to shut down the ride because my kids shoulder rolled through the through the foliage. But I did get dragged through a treehouse, so that was a thing.
That'll happen.
All right, so then Thursday. This was our Hollywood Studios day, and apparently I already knew the way to Hollywood Studios. Thanks, Gavin.
It's funny.
And this was the day I was dreading because I said it the week before. I was super stressed out about trying to get a ticket for Rise of the Resistance. And so woke up early, just sitting there at 6:59, start refreshing the page, and just sitting there going, oh, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Got in, selected all of our names, and then I don't even know what I pushed, but I just hit continue, and then there was another continue button, so I pushed that without reading it. And then it just went back to the main page. And I just sat there staring. I was like, wait, did I get it? What? Oh, I don't think I got it. But then I went and checked you can check your progress in the whatever virtual queue. And it told me I was in boarding group 17, and we're boarding in 90 minutes. I was like, yeah!
Nice.
So then I got super excited, and all my stress was gone. And we drove to Hollywood Studios after the Skyliner debacle of Epcot, and drove there. Got there 30 minutes before the park opened. And here's a little secret for COVID times. So remember in the before times, the rope drop was they'd get everyone into the whatever main street of the park. So either Hollywood Boulevard or Main Street or the Oasis, and they'd actually have the rope across the front, and everyone would gather there. Mm-hmm. Can't have crowds gathering, so they just let people go, and some of the rides were open. So we went and just got in line and rode Slinky Dog Dash before the park ever opened.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. So, and then we walked onto Alien Swirling Saucers right after that.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Mater's Junkyard Jamboree too.
So I like Alien Swirling Saucers a lot, but I can tell you that when we wrote it in 2018 and when we wrote it again in 2020, they have not. The upkeep on that hasn't been that great.
So you know how it goes around the different turntables?
Yes.
There was one transition that I thought the ride broke. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, we're all swinging back and forth having a good time, then something just like ka-chunk! I was like, oh shit! But it kept going. I was like, oh, okay. I guess we're just going to keep going. All right. So I totally agree with that one. But backing up a bit, as we're riding Slinky Dog, it launches you into that first... No, it's the second launch. And then you go up to that first big hill after the second launch that's facing Galaxy's Edge. That was my first time seeing Galaxy's Edge, and I kind of teared up a little bit on Slinky Dog. I was like,
nice.
Yes. So, Swirling Saucers got that out of the way. And then our boarding group was so early that it was ready. So we walked into Galaxy's Edge and got right on Rise of the Resistance. And holy shit, you guys! Greatest ride I've ever been on. Greatest. That blew my mind. Like, I got chills going from the troop transport into the hangar of the Star Destroyer.
So we've all wrote it now, right?
No, I've not written it yet.
Ah, shit. Damn it. All right.
I mean, we can talk about it still. I'll just not pay attention for a minute.
All right. So the one thing that really impressed me on that ride was, so whenever after the pre-ride video where you get like the radio transmission and they funnel you into the Rebel transport or the Resistance transport, and you're finally in the transport and you've got the animatronic Akbar, and I'm thinking like, oh well, clearly whenever we get pulled in by this tractor beam, the door on the opposite end is going to open,
right?
And that's where we go, because that's where the ride ride building is.
That's what I thought. There's a door.
Motherfucker. It was the same door we walked in.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell did that happen?
So, like, I'm standing there. We were up front, and then that door opens, and the Imperial officer, or First Order officer, walks in. I was like, what the fuck? That door? What? And then I walked out. I'm getting chills right now just thinking about just that view of all the stormtroopers and looking at, like, the depth of that space screen, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And then we're funneled into our jail cell, and then, like, riding that with my kids, their minds were just blown the whole time. Like, but when the rebels break open your jail cell through again, not the door you came in, a totally other door. And just rushed onto the escape droid and everything. And so you know how you go with another cart and you both kind of go different directions. So we got the one that went up the elevator directly in front of the AT-AT.
Oh,
which is the
jealous.
Good one. That's what I was hoping for. Like, when we backed into that, I was like, yes. And when those guns swung down and blasters going over our head, it was the greatest thing. That was like halfway through the ride. I was just like, I'm done. This is amazing. And then it just gets better. And like having my kids there and seeing them, like the lightsaber coming through the ceiling effect. They had no idea how that. There's like, how did that happen? That was awesome. So there's just a lot of childish joy coming from all three of us. It's pretty fantastic. And then after that, we rode Smuggler's Run. And I'm spending a lot of time in Hollywood Studios because almost the entire park was new to me. And so this is my first time on Smuggler's Run. And again, because of COVID, they're only letting your party into the cockpit.
Yeah.
So it's just the three of us. My oldest, he wanted to be the gunner. And so I did the up and down piloting, and Gavin did the side to side piloting. And since
the side to side is the Chewbacca side, right?
Wait,
yeah.
I got to do the light speed jump.
Okay, so you were the Chewbacca side.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, almost cried. What is that noise? Almost cried when that rectangle lit up for me to push the light speed lever. I was just like, oh, I get to do this.
I know, right? And here's the deal. I understand that you had your kids with you. That meant more to you than it did your kids. Like, your kids would have been like, oh, I got to pull a lever. Like, but come on.
Now you say that, except for Riley, my oldest, who was being the gunner.
Yeah.
He took down the Star Destroyer.
Oh, sweet.
And so that was like the highlight. He wouldn't stop talking about that. So you're right, that lever meant more to me, but he's back there thinking he just took down the Star Destroyer single-handedly. And like, since there's just the three of us in the cockpit, like we're yelling at each other for commands. Like, Gavin, turn left! And he doesn't know left or right because he's 6. And so we're crashing into everything and laughing and like Riley, shoot that thing, and throwing high fives all around, and I'm not paying attention very well, and I'm crashing into things. But holy shit, that ride was way more fun than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be fun, but
yeah, I like that one a lot.
That was awesome. It was so good, and that's the lesser ride in the land. What? Yeah, and so then we did the other stuff. Took Gavin, the 6-year-old, on Rock and Roller Coaster. He damn near ripped my arm off.
Did it scar him?
Oh, he loved it.
Okay.
Like, I got a video of him when he got off of it, and he was dancing around. He's like, that was amazing! Even though the launch scared the crap out of him, but after that, he was pretty good.
Wasn't expecting that at all.
No, because we got on it so fast. You know when you're in line, and you see the train in front of you launch?
Yeah.
We didn't see any of that. Like, we went through the studio and just got right into our train. We had no idea what was about to happen.
Nice.
And Riley waited patiently for us outside. So, he just sat there. Because he did not want to go on it. He was not into that. I wasn't going to make him. We tried Tower of Terror. They both chickened out and started crying in the lobby. So I was like, well, that's not going to happen. But Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, you guys.
Ooh, how is it?
Again, way more fun than I was expecting.
Man, I really want to ride that.
Totally worth it. Way better than the ride that was there before. You know, I don't even remember what ride was there before. Gonna get all smug and cocky on Runaway Railway. There were some effects on Runaway Railway that I have no idea how they did. And it was wildly effective. Like, you guys have seen videos of it, haven't you?
Yeah.
No, I actually haven't yet.
Oh, well, I'm just going to kind of spoil the ending a little bit for you.
That's fine.
At the end, you're in this factory, and Mickey is about to get chomped by the gears, and Minnie's trying to pull the lever to turn everything off. And it's just like this, a factory that apparently only makes flames and sparks.
Isn't that what most factories make?
Yes. Anyway, flip gets switched. Switch gets flipped. Factory, you're in the same room, and suddenly it turns into an outdoor city park. But we never left the room. Everything, the scenery just folds down and folds up and new projections. I was like, what the hell? I wasn't prepared for that. It was the same room. Yeah, that was awesome.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah, it was cool. I love that ride. And then yeah, so that was our Hollywood Studios day. Friday we just went back to the Magic Kingdom. The rides we missed the first time we hit, which was Splash Mountain, Pirates, and Jungle Cruise. So we got those. Then just did a whole bunch of repeat rides. My kids really liked Carousel of Progress, which surprised me. We rode that
That's good.
Yeah, we rode that a few times, and I was not complaining. The downside is they also loved the Tomorrowland Speedway.
Well, yeah,
I can
kids tend to like that thing.
Yeah, I feel like I can understand why.
Yeah, but do they know it's my least favorite ride of all time? And did we really have to ride it twice? No, it was fun. I mean, fun with them, not fun for me. So, then, flew back Saturday, got stranded in Denver for a while, and here we are. That's my trip.
Sweet.
Do you guys feel like talking about WandaVision still?
Yeah, actually, I gotta call it a night soon.
Yeah, we should let's do a WandaVision episode next week.
Okay, because I have a lot to say about that. I'm sure we all do. Did you watch the making of it yet?
No, not yet. I was probably gonna watch that tonight.
Yeah, give it a watch.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, so I watched it last night. It's really good, so I recommend that. Anyway, well, I guess that's our show then, right?
I suppose so.
Once again, shout out to Jillian for booking my awesome vacation. So if you want an awesome vacation, go to Jillian. If you can't find her, ask me.
If you want a shitty vacation, go to Gatorland.
I mean, oh, you're welcome, Jillian. She just said thanks. I didn't realize she's been watching this whole time.
Wait, has she been commenting this entire time?
No, that's the first comment.
Okay, good. I was about to feel bad for you.
I did want to point out, so she sent my kids lanyards with pins for pin trading.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Apparently my kids are a lot like me and won't let things go. We did no pin trading, but they got extra pins to add to their lanyards. So, Jillian, that was a hit. So, thank you for that. It's fantastic. Just no trading took place because they wanted to keep all of them, which I understand.
Nice.
So, yeah, we have more pins. Oh, they're actually right here. There, they got some Mission Space pins. Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah. So, yeah. Big shout out to Jillian. Anyway, that's our show. You've been listening to Mickey Mutineers. I'm Jake, that's Josh, that's Jordan. Guys, can we try it? Can we try the new sign-off? Can I do it?
Do it.
All right. If you found this funny, hey, thanks for laughing. If you didn't, thanks for leaving. Did I hear fish and wildlife in there?
Maybe.